Today on Smackey's Garage, we're looking at one of the coolest tools that I purchased. This is the Steelman Wireless Chassis Ear. You can use it to figure out which wheel bearing is going bad, where that chassis noise is, or on the front of the engine, which pulley is going bad. A lot of interesting things that you can do with this. I'm excited that I purchased this, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at it. And we're going to use it on my F-150 to figure out which wheel bearing is gone bad. Alright, so the reason why we're doing this project is because my wheel bearing on my F-150 is bad. If you're familiar with these trucks, you really know that it's hard to tell which wheel bearing on the front is actually going bad. You can do the normal steps by steering left, steering right, unloading each side, taking a look at which side is making more noise, and maybe 50% of the time, it's not pointing to the right one that it's failing. So it's really hard to determine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can actually make this tool work so that it'll tell me which wheel bearing is failing. So really simple tool. We're going to go ahead, we're going to mount these to the truck. We're going to go ahead, take the truck out for a drive, see if we can determine which one is actually failing by listening into this device. Now this isn't a sponsored video, so I purchased this for myself because I thought it was interesting. We'll go ahead, take it over to the bench, take a look, and set it up.
All right, so here's what you get in the package. You get the wireless receiver, and then you get a bunch of transmitters. I've already put batteries in 2 of the transmitters, so I put batteries in transmitter 1 and transmitter 2. So they're gonna get attached to the chassis of the car, and we're gonna put these clamps to the wheel bearing. So it comes with things to attach it as well. The thing I like about this, you get 4 transmitters, so you can put them in different locations, and based on the location, you can figure out which one is making noise. So we have that. We have some Velcro, some zip ties, and some earphones if we want to be listening into this. So let's go ahead and set 2 of these up and just take a look at them. So the way this is going to work, I believe, is I'm going to be setting this in here, turning this on, light is on. I'm going to be setting 2 in here, turning this one on, and then I'm going to turn this device on and listen for sound. So it looks like I have different channels that I can look at. Total 6 channels. I have 4 devices. Maybe I can get 2 more. Let's go ahead and see this. Oh yeah, so you can see the signal there, the strength. Turn it up. So you can hear it through the speaker, and you can see it light up here based on the strength. So what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 of these, and we're going to put one around each wheel bearing or on each knuckle of the truck, and then we're going to see if we can hear the difference between the 2. And what we should be able to hear is one side is going to be significantly louder than other on this wireless setup. So I'll keep this in the truck with me. We'll take it for a quick drive, and then we'll be able to see how strong the signal is.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get these to the truck. Got some Velcro, got some zip ties. Let's go ahead and try to make this work.
All right, so super easy to get bolted onto this. So the magnet's actually really strong, and it probably can hold itself on there just fine. So I believe these bolts here are the bolts for the hub that I'm attaching to. So this one's here, I have this here. I put it flat like this, so in case I take a turn that the CV axle doesn't hit it. But this looks pretty straightforward enough. I might zip tie this up, but I don't think so. It's on there really strong. This is pretty strong as well, so I don't think anything's coming apart. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side and get going. So I'll show you on the other side how strong just this magnet is. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this through here for now. This is what's gonna actually hold it in place and just secure it. I'm gonna drop this. So this is on. I'm gonna put it here, but I mean, the magnet's pretty strong, but I'm just gonna use this to ensure it doesn't go anywhere. And then I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it right on the side of this hub. Okay, I'm gonna tighten this down, and we look okay to get going. All right, so I'm actually gonna move the wheel both ways just to ensure that nothing is falling off. All right, now quick check. They're still on. We're going for a ride.
All right, so as I go for a quick ride, listening, this is 2, this is 1. Oh, 1 is nice and quiet. This is 2 again. I mean, that's a pretty telling sign that it is bearing 2, which is the passenger side. Well, it looks like the Ford one is still like completely quiet, the one that's OEM, but the aftermarket one that I purchased a long time ago is no good. All right, so we are going to take this and we are going to confirm that it's coming from number 2. So to confirm it is coming from number 2, go ahead and look at this clip. Yep. Yeah, this one. So it's coming from this side over here. Then simple to take off. I didn't cut this. All right, so it really was as simple as that, which is awesome. It took about 5 minutes to clamp them on. Took it for a ride just down the block and I went 20, 30 miles per hour. Could immediately hear it. So it's definitely the passenger side. I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna replace it now. I have an entire video on replacing these for F-150s. I'm not gonna go step by step in this video. If you wanna check it out for that video, go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and go really fast through that and then we'll confirm that that's the one that's failed. All right, so we got the passenger side bearing replaced, and now I'm gonna take it for a drive, see how it does. All right, and just like that, the bearing noise is completely gone. Definitely got the right side. Really happy that it's fixed now. All right, quick jump on the highway to confirm that that was actually the problem, and it's fine at high speeds. All right, good news, bearing is completely quiet, so that side was definitely the issue. So as you can see, I mean, this tool worked really well. And I'm really happy that I purchased it. If you're doing a single wheel bearing and you can really tell which one it is, it's probably not necessary. If you're doing a lot of work in the garage where you're trying to chase down like chassis squeaks, chassis noises, which pulley's making noises, and you need to take the car for a drive to figure it out and you can't just use another method, like putting your ear to a screwdriver to listen to it, and it's potentially not safe. So this was a really cool tool. I'm excited to have it. I'm gonna end up using it across a lot of other projects too. Now, thanks for tuning in to Smackey's Garage this week. The wheel bearing is replaced and fixed. It ended up being the one that was replaced before. So if you have to spend the money, get some good wheel bearings, they'll definitely last a lot longer. Thanks for tuning in to Smackey's Garage this week. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.